this. Be careful when you are in the promised land already, but there is an aspect of your life that is being shut, and the devil is trying to make everything possible to make sure that you don't get into it. The children of Israel were already in the promised land, but there is an aspect, a part of the promised land that was shut. It was secure. The Bible said the security was tight because of who? The promise, the children that of Israel, whose land of promise they have entered. They can enter the promised land. They can give their lives to Christ, but they must not marry aright. They can enter into the promised land, but they must not enjoy their marriage. They can enter into the promised land, but their financial life must be a mess. They can enter into a promised land, but they must suffer. They must experience hardship. They must experience pain. They must experience attack. They must be under oppression. They can enter into the promised land, but let's hold and lock up a part of the promised land that is accrued to them. Let's lock up their marriage life. Let's lock up their financial life. They can be born again. Let them go ahead and be born again. But let's lock up the aspect of their life that will make them stand out. Jericho is a famous city in the agenda of heaven, in the agenda of God for the children of Israel. And it is this Jericho that have been shut up. What is the Jericho that have been shut up from your assets? What is the Jericho that hell have shut up that you should not enter? You can be born again, but let this reproach be attached to your life. Let's shut it. Let's make sure they don't access it. And so whatever you do, you are in the promised land already, but you can't access certain blessings because they are shut up. And God, the children of Israel, began to go their way around the wall of Jericho, and God said, look, I've given you the city of Jericho. There is a strategy for entering into Jericho. There is a strategy for accessing some locked up blessings in the promised land. Where you are is the promised land, but there is another promised land you are yet to access, and there is a strategy for accessing it, different from the other strategies you use in accessing your other. Be careful when you use one stone thinking it can always kill 10 birds. It can kill 2 birds for you, but there are other birds on the sea, on the tree. You have to know what other stone to use, what other strategy to use, what works for you in killing the bear in the bush may not be what will work for you in bringing down the head of giants at the stadium. So, the method of entering into the general promised land is different from the method of entering into Jericho to take over all that God have bestowed into Jericho. And God said to them, to Joshua, look, I've given you Jericho. The problem is no longer me. What you are asking for, I already gave it to you according to my promise. Be careful when you accuse God of not fulfilling his promises. It could be that he fulfilled it, but he's shut up. It could be that he fulfilled it, but the prince of Persia are the ones shutting it, holding it from coming into reality. Be careful when you say God is not answering my prayer. It could be that he answered your prayer, but then the enemy has shut again, and you don't know the method, the strategy for accessing it. Be careful. Sometimes when the prayers you prayed, you don't see the answer, and God is saying, I have answered you. One thing you should begin to ask God is, God, how do I access it? What should I do to access it? What is the strategy to use and access it? What should I start doing that I am not doing yet? What should I start putting in place? What kind of prayer point should I start praying? What kind of one method God. He's not a God that heals only by saying be healed. He also have a way of healing by using more than spittle. He's also a God that uses medicine to heal the sick. Excuse me, brothers. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. God is not a one method God. Don't be stupid to think that God is tied down to a method. God sometimes can tell you go and take the drug. I am the product of God saying I'm not healing you supernaturally the way you are expecting me. Go to the hospital. Remember, God has no one particular method. Don't tie the death of a fool. Don't tie the death of a fool and blame God for it. I lived in blaming God, getting angry with God and bitter against God for not doing what I expected him to do. But God is saying that is not the method I want to use. Because I want to give you experiences that you can use to teach others that will help them to navigate their Jericho and save their Jericho. So I'm not always going to heal you the way you want me to heal you. I'm not always going to provide for you the way you want me to provide for you supernaturally. Sometimes I will tell you to go and do some menial jobs in order to make some money. Sometimes I will provide for you by supernatural means. I will put your thought in the heart of some people and then we give you the money. But don't always expect me to always provide for you supernaturally. I've given you hands to work. Strategies. God said, I'm going to be a millionaire. What is the strategy? What is the business I should do to enter into this realm that you are asking me for? That I will not perish like a fool. Ignorance is dangerous. The Bible said my people perish for what? Lack of understanding, lack of knowledge. When you don't know what God is expecting you to do at a season and at a time, you will die the death of a fool. You have to know when to ask God for strategies and stop disturbing heaven for open heaven, because heaven has been open. You just need a ladder to climb up. You need to ask God, where is the ladder? Where should I put my leg? Where should I put my hand? Where should I put my head? What training should I go for? What training should I pay for? What should I do to assess the realm you are asking me to enter? God is a God of principle. So he said to them, this is the rule. This is what you are to do, the strategy. I know by the arm of flesh, this wall is so secured. You can't break it down with the best of hammer. You can't penetrate it with anything. There is nothing you can use to penetrate the wall of Jericho. But there is something, a strategy, and I want to release it to you. And it's my prayer that God will release strategies to us, secrets that we need to know to step into our destiny. You suffered enough, you prayed enough, you fasted enough. Maybe God is giving you opportunity to give open your eyes, to open your eyes and heart to know what He's asking for, to stop praying and disturbing heaven and start asking for secrets for power, secrets for wealth, secrets that are kingdom principles. Maybe you need to start asking God for kingdom principles that will usher you and I into kingdom wealth and prosperity. Stay in the church and pray and fast from morning till night, Monday to Saturday. If you break principles, if you are not following kingdom principles, you will end poor. You will die poor and wretched. And maybe you blame God until you die and go to heaven to realize that it's not God's fault. God opened the heaven already. God already opened the heaven already. In Genesis, the Bible said that God had made the land, but there was no man to send to till the ground, and so heaven could not give rain. Until a man discovered the principle, the strategy to step into what God is calling him or her to do, there can be no rain. God, you are trying to God, give me rain. And God is saying, have you tilled the ground? Have you started giving attention to your potential? Have you started giving expression to your giftings? Have you started giving attention to your graces? Have you started using the anointing on your life? You are asking me for money, but you are carrying the grace of millions of naira, and you are asking me for money for breakthrough by principles and strategies. And he said to them, make 7 priests. You are to walk, you and the children of Israel are to walk around Jericho 6 days. I understand there are seasons of walking around Jericho. When you don't have the mouth to talk like Bartimaeus, when you don't have the wherewithal, you don't have the phone, you don't have the support, you are just walking around miserably. And anyone who is seeing you like this guy is crazy. Anyone who will be seeing these people walking around 6 days. Remember what the Bible says, the instruction that God gave them. He said you are to walk around 6 days. And walking around, he said, don't do any other thing. Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Don't sing. Don't pray. Don't blast in tongues. I don't need your tongue. You've spoken in tongues enough. Be careful of praying when God is saying walk around. Be careful of blasting in tongues when God is saying just walk around in silence. I want to give you inspiration. I want to give you strategies. I want to give you power. I want to endure you with revelation. Be careful of making noise, saying you are speaking in tongues when God is saying keep quiet so I can speak to you. Don't say anything. Don't beat drums. Don't even sing praise. I know I love praises. God is saying, I know I love praise. I love it when you praise me, when you dance before me. But this time around, just hold your praise. Just hold your song. Just hold your tongues. Just hold your prayer. Hold your fasting. Just walk around. 6 days. First day, walk around. Second day, walk around. Third day, walk around. Don't say a word. Don't mind those who mock you. Don't mind those who try to shut you down. Don't mind those who try to tell you that you are misbehaving. Don't be crazy enough to believe that God will have instructed you to keep walking around. Sometimes you are walking, you are killing yourself, walking hard, you are hawking, and it looks like you are a fool. It looks like you are doing nothing, that you are wasting your years. Don't be angry. Don't be angry that God is saying nothing, that God is telling you to just be walking around like a stupid person. Sometimes God's instruction sounds stupid, sounds foolish, but don't worry. Just walk around. You are doing all the good things you are doing, and you are being cheated. Keep walking around like a fool. They call you a fool for doing all you are doing. Keep walking. They call you a fool for leaving better opportunities to do useless things, nonsense things, stupid things. Don't worry. Keep walking. My instruction is don't talk. Don't answer anybody. No wonder blind Martinez did not talk to anybody. I've been here 6 days. I've been here 6 years. I've been here 60 days. I have been talking. I have been doing that. I've been begging. Nobody cares about me. Now it's my season to talk that you want. You want me to keep quiet? Be careful with me. Don't dare shun me. Be careful when you have spent your silence years. The years that you look like you are stupid. The years that you look like you are foolish for following God. You're following in silence, nothing to show for it. I know if those that were living in Jericho look and they saw them walking around, they will laugh. Foolish people, look at what they are doing. Useless people, wasting their time. I don't know who is here. That men have told you are wasting your time following God. That the devil have told you have wasted your time following God. Listen to me. There is a time that it looks the 7th hour. Wait till my kairos moment. Don't shut me down because I'm on assignment. Don't you dare shut me down because I'm obeying an instruction. God brought me this far. He brought me to this point, and He said I should just be moving around. So they're moving. 6 days, nothing happened. 6 days, nothing happened. Be careful of the 6th day. Be careful of giving up on the 6th day, because sometimes God gives you instruction bit by bit, and sometimes it looks as if when you follow all the instruction, the first set or second set or third set of instruction He has given to you, it looks as if when you are finished obeying it, that you will enter now into your Jericho, into your promised land, only for you to find out that it's not even yet the end, that there is one more step to go, that there is one more strategies to follow. Be careful of giving up at the 6th hour. There is a perfect day. Until the perfect day, there is a perfect day. So after the walk around for 6 days, the Bible said that God told Joshua, make 7 priests and let them carry musical instruments. Let them carry trumpets, horns, and all the cymbals. And on the 7th day, they are to walk around. You look, the first instruction was walk around 6 days, just once. Now on the 7th day, it's no longer once. Be careful of using past strategy to tackle present strategy. This was how I did the business in 2015 that gave me 1 million naira. And God is saying, no, I have another strategy that will give you 10 million naira. This is more. You say, no, but it worked. God said, no, you walked round once in the 6th day. Now this 7th day, walk round 7 times. And as you're walking around these 7 times, let the priest that you are with you blow the trumpets. Let them blow. It's not time to make the noise. It's not time to do the shouting. It's not time to open the mouth that has been closed. Am I talking to somebody that her mouth has been shut for years? It's not time to answer the mockers. It's not time to show the mockers that you are not dumb, that you are not foolish, that you are following God's instruction. He said, this time around, as you are moving around 7 times, let the prophets, the priest, be blowing the trumpet. Let them be blowing the trumpet. Remember, first of all, it's the priest first. The priest first. Be careful to know when you need to receive priestly blessing. I know we are all anointed. I know we all have the grace of God upon our life, but God has given us pastors. Remember, be careful when you need to go and receive just ordinary God bless you. Go and you will be favored. When you need to go and receive, go and it will be well with you. That was what just Hannah needed to hear in order to solidify what God has released. He needed Eli. Though Eli was no longer in the agenda fully of God. Though heaven have already rejected him and was looking for a prophet, but God needed somebody, a priest, to still stand in the altar, to still stand to give the ordinance, to say it is well and it will be well, because God has made pastors for us. So even at that state of blindness that Eli was, God still honored him to release the blessing that will activate Samuel into the womb of Hannah. And what happened? Immediately he said, okay, if you say you're not drunk, the Lord hear your prayer, shine his countenance upon you. Go in peace. And be it done unto you. And it was so. Be careful when you need to receive your prophet's blessing before launching out. I'm speaking to a generation of people who think they don't need anybody to launch out. I'm talking to people who feel that they don't need is difference between success and good success. That you go out there and succeed does not mean you have good success that heaven has placed his blessings upon. So the children of Israel, before they can give their own shout, there must be what? The priest blowing of trumpet for 7 times as they go around the wall of Jericho. What a play, what a joke. What is a sound? What is a sound? What is a song? What is a worship? What is a seed? What is a prayer that can bring down a solidified wall? What is it? They laughed upstairs. They laughed from within, thinking they are secured. But God said, don't worry. I use foolish things to confound the wise. I use broken vessels, stupid things, to shame those who think they are wise. Just keep doing the foolish things you are doing. Keep serving God the foolish way you are serving. Don't worry about the mockery. And then they kept blowing the sound. And the Bible said, on the seventh time, all the people gave their shout. They gave their shout. They gave their shout. And what the Bible